When I bought my house, one of the main reasons I chose it was the large private driveway. It wasn't shared. It wasn't part of a common area. It was mine. I like having space for my truck, my wife's car, and my son's old project, Mustang. But apparently, the HOA thought differently. It started with one car, an SUV belonging to one of the board members. I came home one evening to find it sitting right in the middle of my driveway. I figured it was a mistake. So I knocked on the door and politely asked them to move it. They acted annoyed, but they moved it. A week later, there were 2 cars, then 3. Before long, HOA members were treating my driveway like a public parking lot. Guests of the president even left their cars there. Overnight, I complained, of course. I emailed, called, even attended the monthly meeting. But Karen, the president, brushed me off with that smug smile. Street parking is limited, and as part of this community, you're expected to make reasonable accommodations, she said. Reasonable accommodations for your friends. I shot back. It's my driveway, not community property. Karen leaned back in her chair. If you don't like it, maybe this neighborhood isn't right for you. That's when I realized she wasn't going to stop. So I decided to stop asking. The next time I came home and saw cars blocking my driveway, I didn't knock on doors. Instead, I called a tow company I had on retainer for my rental properties. Within an hour, the cars were gone. The HOA board went berserk. They demanded I release the cars. I calmly explained, they're not on community property. They're on my driveway. State law allows me to tow unauthorized vehicles. If you don't like it, stop parking there. They thought I was bluffing. The next weekend, 5 more cars appeared in my driveway. Clearly, a coordinated stunt to teach me a lesson, so I taught them one instead. I had every single one towed. And here's the kicker. The tow company I use also operates an impound auction yard. After the owners failed to pay the fees within the required period, the cars were auctioned off legally. Guess who bought one of them? Me. I picked up a nearly new Jeep for a fraction of its value. When the HOA confronted me, red-faced and screaming, I pulled out the paperwork. You knew the rules. I warned you. You parked on private property without permission. I didn't sell your cars. The state did. The fallout was delicious. Board members had to explain to their spouses why their cars were gone. Karen tried to rally the neighborhood against me, but most residents actually cheer me on. They'd been bullied by the HOA for years and loved seeing them finally get humbled. At the next meeting, several non-board members even demanded Karen resign for abusing her power. She didn't, of course, but her influence collapsed overnight, and now nobody parks in my driveway. Not board members, not their friends, not even delivery drivers. Without permission. It's the most respected strip of concrete in the entire neighborhood. Every time I back my truck out of the garage, I smile because the HOA thought they could steal my driveway. Instead, they lost their cars and I gained a Jeep.